What is up, guys? Coach Dino here, and this is video log number 5, and today I want to talk about weight loss, fat loss, journeys. Let's keep it short. Too often people set goals that are driven by this idea that the unachievable ideal is something we can maintain, and a lot of times our decisions to change body composition are rooted in social situations, relationship things, and this pressure through media, especially social media, to project this unachievable ideal year-round. Being a physique athlete, a bodybuilder, most trainers do achieve somewhat of this ideal temporarily, and most of us have learned to deal with the swings that come psychologically with being unable to maintain certain physiques year-round. So it's the role of the personal trainer or the strength coach or physique coach or whatever you want to call it to guide the client both physically and also mentally and emotionally, so that they understand that certain results aren't sustainable. If you're going to diet someone down to a certain body fat percent on 800 calories, you need to put into place certain practices that allow them to either return back to their maintenance calories or back to their maintenance body composition, so that they can have an escape plan. Too often clients are left hanging, and I've seen this a lot when clients come to me and they've done physique contests in the past, they've achieved certain goals, but now they've put on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds because they weren't given the tools during that process, the education required to sustain certain habits, that body composition. And they, a lot of coaches will say, sure, yes, I can get you in shape, I can get you down to a certain body fat percent. The client signs up, cool, get down there, okay, don't need the trainer anymore. Within, I put this idea forward in the last video log about how 80% of people that diet tend to gain the weight back, up to 30% put on more weight than when they started. So our role is to minimize that. If we can prevent people from gaining weight, but also prevent people from regaining weight, that's where the success stories are. 3-month transformations are fine, and they do motivate people, but I'd like to see the 6-month after or the 1 year after pictures to prove that that coach has ingrained certain ideologies into the client, so they're able to sustain those results and they're able to function in society on their own. It's my belief that we're not just here to change people's physiques, but also clear up some of the dogmas and change some of the practices that the general population has. And we need to acknowledge that as physique athletes, we're substantially different than general population members, and most of us can deal with the swings that come with changing our body composition several times in a year. But that can be very discouraging, especially for someone who's been overweight a good percentage of their life, or if they've come to you with certain goals and they're jumping up and down on the scale because they're given practices that aren't sustainable. So the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of times the drastic measures we put in place to lose weight far outweigh, in terms of negative side effects, the benefits that would come from getting down to a certain body fat percent, especially if it's not sustainable. So there needs to be a dialogue, especially with the client and the trainer. Why are they doing this? I can tell you right now, if it's for a sport, great. If it's for a wedding, okay. But if they need to get to an unhealthy body fat percent to feel better about themselves, chances are the problems are psychological, and it's oftentimes things like this that we need to go and start referring to professionals that deal with things like this. Because I've definitely noticed many times you get people with healthy body fat percentages, they're in the normal range, something they can sustain, but they're coming to you because they want something unsustainable and not realistic. And I know I'll get some flack from other trainers that, oh, you just got to work hard, you just got to be dedicated, and you can achieve, 6-pack abs year-round. But I challenge them to maintain that, if they're coming from being someone who's a little heavier, you know, someone now who has a family, 8-hour desk job, things like that. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below.